Greetings, YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. It is no surprise that the winter of woe is really the winter of failure, the winter of revives, the winter of practice all you can to save revives but sacrifice energy in the process, which is a way too long acronym that is not ideal for consumption. I am thankful to be trying to build up my revive stash in the next week and a half so that I am able to hopefully not use as many as I need. Though, clutch thing, these romance revives are fantastic. And they have certainly helped in the Winter of Woe this month. However, what hasn't helped in the Winter of Woe, and is basically an expectation to get out of your system / reset it to something else, is everybody's least favorite term with the S. We just call it full recoil masteries here. My Battle Realm bestie Katie Candy calls it full ouchies. Either way, this you see Glass Cannon here, which shout out my man Nadnuk. I'm trying to convince him to open this up and help his PI big time, as well as his chance of finishing fights a lot faster than he used to. But 1 point in recoil, and then max points in liquid courage and double edge. Now, that takes 7 mastery points. 7. Now, a lot of those have been put into Max Despair and Max Assassin. Now, I do think my Battle Realm Katie Candy, Battle Realm bestie Katie Candy, my incursion buddy, formerly known as my dungeon buddy, would say that everything after 2 out of 5 in Assassin is what's called Law of Diminished Returns, which I get, but because I don't like resetting my masteries every day, I think I'm going to try for 1 week, and then I will report back on my experiment to not do full recoil or even partial recoil masteries for the first time in about 6 years. My defense is as such. I don't love it, but it has been effective. And then my proficiencies, I decided with a couple of the extra points to max parry. Normally, I only max stupefy. Now, what this has done is caused me to have some arena fights that go longer than normal, and some of that arena damage I'm used to is not great. Now, this is a Sunday, so I've already done the 5 million points in the 6-star arena. It took 28 win streak. I hate these rewards. I do this because, quite frankly, I've always done it, and I'm addicted to being productive. And when I'm not productive in this game, I feel like a loser outside of the game, which, yes, that speaks to a larger psychological, emotional, and maybe even spiritual issue that I need to take a hard look at outside of this here game. But it is also good to experiment to just see what it's like. And the arena, like, my PI has gone down big time by about 2,000 points in this. You might think that's surprising because Shuri's still at 33,000, but she could be at 35,000. Really, after my Ascended 6 stars and my Rank 2 7 stars, you start to see a pretty sharp decline in Prestige / PI, and by the end of it, you're seeing a lot of 6 stars that were comfortably in the low 20s just a couple days ago now be under 20,000. Now, is this a huge deal for points? No. No, it's kind of microscopic in some ways, but it is a big deal with just the mental fortitude of it all. The other thing that makes me a little nervous about this stretch is for at least 6 years, I have used some version of 5-star and then a 6-star of Corvus. Now, I still think 7-star Corvus could be here and not break the game at all. But right now, Corvus is not somebody that has those recoil masteries on him, so he's not going to heal at the beginning of the fight, and he's not going to hit as hard because he doesn't have the mastery setup that benefits him. So I'm going to try this, especially on day 1 and maybe day 2, and see what I like. In better news, a positive of not having the recoil masteries is that I open up an extra slot in my questing team because, and Hercules shouldn't be at 1% health, but I thought I had paused the game and I hadn't. I don't know if you look up and like you've been wrecked so badly that everybody else would have been knocked out, but Hercules is halfway through his awakened ability. That's what happened when I looked up on this path. Oops. But in the meantime, without needing Deadpool X-Force, because there is no restoration kit synergy that benefits you because you don't bleed or have poison at the start of the fight, so you're not converting one of those into a regen, which is my favorite synergy. I'm trying out different people. I tried out Cosmic Ghost Rider for the heck of it. That was fun to go back to. Shuri is another one. Domino is another one. The list goes on and on of champs I could use to fill that 5th spot now that it's open, and I don't use Deadpool X-Force at all unless I absolutely have to. So, OG Hulk's already there, but maybe Scorpion or Falcon could be great ones. Absorbing Man, Doom. I really do think Domino might be my preference, though. We'll see. It's going to be an interesting week for me. But for the first time in 6 years, I'm going back to non-recoil masteries, and I'll let you know my progress next weekend. Until then, have a good one. Thanks for watching.